to you all. How's everybody today? Feeling slightly better. Still feeling a little bit bleh from that virus. But we're feeling better. So, yeah, we're going to continue on with our low optimized tool assisted demonstration of disruptor without using any psionics, while using psionics. Hey, Chronic Carlos, how are you, my friend? Rock on. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, we're going to continue on with our low tad that we're making. Made a little bit of progress on the levels. Finally beat Triton. So we've beaten Triton. Now we're up to Mars. So I'm just speeding through this actually because I found out that I can use turbo mode. So, and I've figured out the desync issue too. It turns out that I was using a lower end version of BizHawk's thing. So looks like I don't have to play through the whole entire level all over again every single time I want to see how much progress I've made, which is good. Yeah, but we're up to about nearly 2 hours of this game so far. So it's gonna be a long video. But that's the aim of the game. Eventually, because this is just gonna be like a sort of a demonstration. So it's not a speed run, it's not a fucking not an actual competitive type thing. It's just me playing through the game and getting as much as I can. What game is this? It is called Disruptor. It's the first ever game that Insomniac Games made. And it's like a Doom clone, but it's like Doom, but sort of Doom on steroids. I'm just speeding it up so you don't have to watch the first few levels. And I'll actually show off what I've done once we're into the other levels, because we've already seen these levels heaps of times. How's everybody's Friday been? Fuck, you should have seen it yesterday. I was in so much fucking agony from being on my feet. I fucking got home. I had to pull over twice on the side of the road yesterday to fucking make sure I didn't pass out while I was fucking driving. And I got home, I had a shower, passed out in the shower. I got in bed and I blacked out. And then I woke up at about 5 a.m. in the morning and got ready for work, and then here I am. Feeling better, but still got a lot of pain in my legs. Fucking, I swear. sciatica and psoriatic arthritis is just fucking killing me. What's going on, Kaz? C6M9Q, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Happy Friday, if it's Friday for you. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it has been one of those days, hey. My legs are fucking killing me again. Feeling slightly better. I just really got over the virus that I ended up getting. Yeah, thanks. Some days it's okay, and then some days I'm fucked. Especially when I'm on my feet all day as a chef. And then also having sciatica and arthritis as well. Not fun. Yeah, there is a lot going around, hey. Oh. Yeah, chef by trade. Been doing it for about 10 years nearly. Got about 138 or 137 days left until I reach my 10 years. And I'm actually planning on resigning after that. So I'll do my 10 years and then I'll resign, and I'm probably going to find another job, one that's not so taxing. Because every single day I come home and I'm just absolutely fucked. But plus, sort of the mental toll as well. Yeah. 10 years in the same job does things to people, you know. Oh yeah, fucking oath, it's hard work. Well, in my industry though, I mean, I'm in the, well, let's just say I do like 700 people, breakfast, lunch and dinner. So we're sort of bulk cooking and stuff like that, but we do functions and oh fucking oath it is. Well, we've got two other chefs on, and we're lucky because we can do like preparation for the next day type of thing. We also, if we get the opportunity, we sort of repurpose food from the night before or the day before, so then it's not so hard on us. So like we'll use the day before's lunch and we'll turn the beef stroganoff into a beef pie, for example. Or we'll turn the roast pork into a pulled pork or something like that. So that way we don't waste the food. Yeah, definitely, eh? Mm, mm, mm. Legs. Fucking legs, man. Some days I just can't even fucking walk. Anyway, how are you cunts going? How's everybody's day been? There's only a couple of people in here, eh? Oof. Yeah, well, I've developed sciatica. And plus, I've got fucking, I've got an autoimmune disease called psoriasis. And it's developed into inflammation of the joints, which is known as psoriatic arthritis. So a lot of the time, if it's really cold or if I'm in the wrong position and stuff like that, eventually it just starts to hurt. And by the end of my shift, I'm completely fucked. And then I'll be limping and then the cunts have the goal to say to me, "Oh, are you fit for work, or we'll send you home," and it's like, fuck off. You cunts. Like, can't a man just sit down for a couple of seconds? Yeah, it's where your skin. The best way I can describe it is that your body produces skin faster than it can shed it, essentially, and so you'll get like thick, scaly plaques of skin, and then if you don't manage it and look after it, it'll start to split open, and then it'll start weeping and oozing and stuff like that. It's pretty fucked. It was a couple of years ago that I ended up developing a staph infection from it. And I had to go to hospital and fucking ended up having a heart attack at the hospital. Nearly died. It's lucky that I reached there. But I'm fine now. In fact, it's actually gone away. Yeah, fucking oath it is. And I still get little bits of flare-ups every now and then, just occasionally and stuff like that. But it's not as bad as what it was. Like, fuck. It was mainly on my legs. And then I moved out of home. Living in my own little apartment, and ended up going away, and now it just appears in little tiny splotches. Does stress affect it? Oh yeah, fucking oath it does. Stress is definitely one of the big contributing factors to it. Yeah, stress is shit, hey? And that's another reason why I want to try and find a new job. I don't want any more stress. Eventually I'm fucked already. I'm 30 years old and I'm already fucking... I want to be like those cunts on fucking social media that do social media as their job, like I want to do that as my job. I want to get paid by YouTube, Like Spanion, yeah, that's it. Well, that's it. Like, I used to be happy with my job, right? And I would say to myself that I'm happy with my job. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life until I retire. But then everything just turned to shit. Or beard meets food. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like all those cunts. And I'm a chef by trade, so hey, if I play my cards right, you never know. I might actually be able to set up a cooking channel. And I could have that as a full-time job. But you gotta get really fucking lucky. Like, you can't just expect to fucking become a content creator and then you fucking, you make it big in one day, you know. You have to find that niche, and food is massive. Or paranormal. Well, that's it. Like food is a massive thing on YouTube. Everybody loves food. Like I watch all those cooking channels, like Sam Eats and fucking all those short form creators like Linda's Cooking and fucking that cunt Nick Giovanni and fucking all that shit. Like, it's possible. Just gotta make that one video, I reckon, that will make people go, yeah, fucking oath, I want to subscribe to that cunt. Like, I've explored in gaming. I used to do gaming when I was younger, and that sort of dropped out, and then I sort of got into, alright, this is where we're up to. Then I sort of got into making pokies content and stuff like that and gambling, but then of course I moved out of home, so I couldn't really afford that anymore, and I can't really, gambling's sort of not the thing that is good for sustainability, you know. And now I'm back to gaming again, but maybe I could dabble in food, you know, cooking videos and stuff like that. Like I'm a very food sciencey man. I love food science, so maybe I could focus on food science and the science behind cooking and different methods of cooking and stuff like that. And the history of it, like, you know, example, bread making, you know, the history behind bread making and how bread making is possible, how yeast is a living organism that feeds off sugar that produces carbon dioxide that then makes the bread puff up to, you know, to give that fucking thing, you know, to make it crispy and yummy and stuff like that, and you know, and a byproduct of what yeast does to sugar and make carbon dioxide is alcohol, you know, like have that as a little thing, you know, like, or talk about fermentation, you know, how they make fucking kombucha or something like that, you know, like, or how they make fucking kimchi and shit like that. All these fucking really cool food sciencey shit. I know all about that, yeah, I know. And that's what I reckon is pretty good too, yeah. I like his content. All Aussies who make content are good anyway. Yeah, I know. Gambling is an expensive hobby. Like I've had to cut down quite a lot. I've thought about separating the channel. I haven't really done it yet, but I'm definitely planning on making like a cutaway to a different channel or something like that. So if people still want to watch the videos, they can. They're like, I've got like fucking 25 episodes of Poking Adventures, you know. But yeah, it's not sustainable for me. I used to be able to afford to do like, you know, $200 or $300 a fortnight, but now I can't. I can only really afford 50. Or fuck, sometimes I can't even afford 50. I could afford less. you know. I've heard that Dragon Train's been removed from venues around Australia now. Not looking forward to that. I love my Dragon Train. Yeah, I can agree with that in a way. Uh, I think it's, especially on Instagram, with the amount of cunts that are fucking making it out that you can you can win heaps of money off pokies and shit like that. Like, there's got to be some type of, what's the right word? There's got to be some type of declaration saying, oh, yeah, reality is you're not going to win. Yeah. Declare it, like, tell people first thing first, you know, disclose, that's it. Disclose that you're not going to make money from it, you're never going to win on them. Yeah. You're going to lose more money than you actually win, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Shogun and Blue Moon, yeah, nice. Yeah, as long as you disclose it and tell people straight up that it's not a it's not a source of income, or it's not a sustainable thing, and you know, you're never going to win on them and stuff like that. At least people will know the truth, you know. Like, look at these cunts on fucking, again, Instagram, for example, like that dickhead Luca Conte. Fucking, there's no way he's winning all the time. He's fucking probably pumping like 5 or 6 grand into the machine before he gets a feature and gambles it and wins. You know, like, fuck off. There is no way in fucking hell that he's being able to do that. Oh yeah, sure, mate. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, I'll still be on. I'll be on for a couple more hours, I reckon. I'm gonna make a little bit more progress in this playthrough that I'm doing so far. I'll catch you around, my friend, and yeah, look after yourself. No problem, my friend. You have a good one, Kaz. To my viewers that are still looking around, now we're up to the hard part. This took quite a long time to do. It took about 3 hours of my time. Where's Dave? I haven't seen Dave yet.
Continue point reached.
Alright. So what you saw just then, that dragonfly enemy, he got killed. I didn't use any psionics. there's a mechanic in this game where the player's hitbox can damage enemies. So technically, if an enemy enters your hitbox or your collision, it will die. And I'm suspecting that it's to prevent some type of soft lock or collision data issues. So I want to abuse it more, but for the sake of keeping this low tad using drain only, I've decided to disallow it. I only used it this one time to actually talk about it and show it off. But you could technically do it on any enemy in this game. You really have to get in there though. Hey, Mr. Kite, how you doing, mate? Welcome. So this part took a good bit of it, about 45 minutes. Because I would just constantly die. Oh, by the way, 6-7. Well, that's good. That's good, Mr. Kite. Glad you're doing well. Yeah, fair enough. I just keep on thinking about it lately because I keep on hearing these kids at Woolies say it. Or they go skibidi or something like that. Anyway. But yeah, this part took me a good 45 minutes to do. That last section actually took me nearly 3 hours. Alright, now we're up to to what I thought was going to be the most difficult part, but I've developed a little cheese strategy. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. Oh yeah, sure, I'll see what I can do. I'll try and make it live. Where are you again? Are you in America or something? Alright, so this is the part that I was talking about. I was quite concerned about having to deal with these cunts, but I've developed a little strategy. Next to your country, New Zealand. New Zealand? Are you a Kiwi? Yeah, it's my strategy to kill these cunts. Completely avoid waking these guys up. So it doesn't quite work for the next section coming up, but it definitely worked for this section. So I abused the absolute hell out of this. What I'm doing is I'm walking just within their activation radius. I didn't realise it, but this was actually a mistake. I was a couple of degrees off. So I could probably maybe edit out this mistake. But then I'd have to deal with potential desyncs. So these enemies have the lock-on cluster. And essentially what it does is it's like a heat seeking, fuck me, I can't even talk. Essentially they fire off a heat-seeking missile. And the only way you can destroy the heat-seeking missiles is if you A, outrun them long enough that they self-destruct after a while, or B, shoot them out of the air. So with my rules for the challenge, I've allowed myself to shoot my weapon only to destroy the heat-seeking missiles. I can't talk. Oh my god. Why do I keep on saying heat-sinking? It's heat-seeking. So this is how I get rid of these cunts. As you see, that's what they're shooting. They're shooting the lock-on clusters. This is the part where I really get to show off how you can actually, yeah. So I used to struggle with these enemies when I was a kid, and it was only recently that I found out you could actually shoot them out of the air like that. So, as I mentioned before, part of my challenge was I'm not allowed to shoot at any enemies and hurt them, but I'm allowed to shoot at projectiles without causing any damage, without hurting any enemies. So that's what I'm doing here. So you can see that even though I ducked around the corner, they were still able to catch up to me. I'll show it again. See, they literally home in, and they can see, they can sense where you're going to go. So the only two ways you can destroy them is to either A, shoot them out of the air like I do here, or B, outrun them long enough that eventually they destroy themselves. Six, seven. You can see the bullet puff appear as I shoot the thing. So the bullets don't actually go through them, they collide with the projectile itself. So that's how I know I'm not damaging the enemy when I'm shooting them out. This is another little mistake that I did here. Alright, now we're up to the end of the level. This is the final bit that we're up to. The good thing about these enemies here is that they they don't actually have a hit scan attack. So what they have is a projectile type attack. So they're pretty easy to get out of the way. But now we're up to the final little section here. Nearly done. And we're done. That's it.
Mission complete.
President, you'll only be arriving with your psionics, but you might find a few light weapons lying around. Troy reported the place was practically buzzing with psionic energy. It might just give you that edge you need.
Alright, here we go. Now I can actually start working on this now. So read and write mode. So, save state, load state.
Continue point reached. Continue point reached.
Alright. Now I might just do some sciencing to start off with. Actually, I might take a little tiny bit of a break. I want to go out to Woolies and do a little bit of shopping. So I'll be back soon. Alright. Back in probably about 30 minutes.